what's coming up well, of course, you're the executive director of the National Hip Hop Museum. Eventually, we're going to be having the induction of that class. I want to start with those folks that are going in.
Okay.
Of them, is there anything in the museum itself, or will be going on display in the museum from this class that people should look for? They go to the museum, something from like Ice-T or Curtis Blow or the Fat Boys, and any of them. Is there anything in particular you'd like to highlight that will be on display?
Well, the good thing about it is that being the executive director of the National, that's my executive director voice. Being the executive director of the National Hip Hop Museum, all of these gentlemen are close personal friends of mine. With that being said, there could be all kind of special, like Curtis, for example, there could be like special things that Curtis allows us to have just on the basis of him knowing myself and me knowing him for close to 40 plus years. Aha.
How key is that? Can you give a hint at what, or is this one of those you're like, all right, folks, you just got to come see it for yourself. Just come to the museum.
Oh, man. Come on, man. Luke. I'm working here, brother. Come on.
Exactly, yeah.
No. Listen, you know what this is, man. Listen, the museum is, it really is like a combination of people that I've known forever and that, are really close personal friends of mine, too. So, we're working to chop it up and make it happen. We're doing like a combined collaboration. So it could be, one of Curtis's, show outfits. It could be, a pair of sneakers. It could be, a hat. There's so many different things that, we didn't even realize back in those days were going to be artifacts that now, we have an opportunity to preserve.
So from the Sugarhill Gang in particular, is there, how shall I put this, a holy grail item? Maybe it's something that you wish you could find that has been lost to the decades, going back to 79, 80 or so. Is there a holy grail of Sugarhill Gang items that you'd love to have in the museum?
Oh, my God. I wish, yes, that I could find. So if anybody's really, I shouldn't say anybody. So for real Sugarhill Gang fans, we put out an album, the first album. There was a flip open cover. We did a concert at a place called the Paradiso in New Jersey. The costume that I had on, that was the first concert that I ever did. If I could have that outfit today, that would be like my go-to holy grail item.
Okay, anyone hearing this, go find it, send it over. Look up the museum address online. You know where to send it. We got the item right there. From that era, from when you guys were getting going, and the nascent era of hip hop. I mean, not beginning obviously, but when it starts to break commercial. Other acts, artists from around that time, again, the turn of the decade, going into the 80s, about then. All right, who should get more attention? Who's been overlooked? And I know the museum's going to do it's holistic. It's going to cover a lot. But who do you want to say, look, folks, listen to their music. They were part of this. They should get more of a spotlight.
I would like for them to listen to a group. There's a group called the Crash Crew, okay? The Crash Crew and Funky 4 Plus One More, which, of course, Sha Rock is a part of. Rodney C., who is Angie B's first baby daddy. Angie Stone, to those who are out here now. But those are the real, blueprints. Those are the true fibers of the music. And I don't want to say unfortunately, what happened is because they didn't have the global success that Mike Hank and myself have had, and various other groups, Curtis, and so on, they don't get the attention that they should get, but they really deserve it, because like the Funky 4 Plus One More, they're the first people to ever be on, Saturday Night, so that kind of stuff is the stuff that I'm working to make known.
So, I mean, it's easy to just say, hey, what can someone find at the museum that you can't find online? Well, of course, it's stuff, and it's literally the physical stuff. You go there and actually see it. But make the case for someone who might still be going, yeah, well, cool, I can go find stuff on YouTube. I'm good. Okay, so do kind of the elevator pitch as the executive director. Put on the executive director voice. And why should...
Okay.
Here we go. Okay, why should someone go to the museum?
Well, here's the deal. To physically be able to be in this space and feel the energy and the experience of what it was like, because most people today don't know what it's like to actually be in the belly of the beginning of hip-hop. That's your reason. Like you would go to see, any exhibit at the Smithsonian so that you could feel that history and you could get a hold and see. The same thing happens with the executive director and the National Hip-Hop Museum.
Very nice. You've convinced me, but then again, you already convinced me, so I think I'm pretty much set on that. Where do you want the museum to be a decade from now?
Oh my God, I want it to be like that. Like you have we have the Black History Museum, that beautiful, structure down there in D.C.
Mm-hmm.
I want it to be someplace. I want it to be a destination. I want people to come to D.C. and I want them to have that on their, to-do list. I want to go to, the National Hip Hop Museum, and because of the fact that it's a world culture, it's a global phenomenon. There's people that are affected by this thing. I mean, I've been as far as Japan doing this. So I think that everybody should make that move. I think you should make that trek and come to the museum and experience. Like I said, be a part of it, live in it. It definitely takes you over once you get in it.
Well, back in 2016, I got to go into the Black History Museum, and the thing that I see it in my mind are the 4 dresses from the My Lovin' video. I remember seeing that and going, I saw that on MTV. Oh my gosh, and there they are right in front of me. That's the kind of history you can only see in person with your own eyes.
Right.
I want to go see this, and I think anyone listening should go see it as well. Master G, thank you for doing what you've done, both with the museum and for being part of the Sugarhill Gang. That is such... It's legend, and I don't need to put it in any other words because it is what it is. Thank you for doing this. All the best going forward with the museum, and looking forward to all the exhibits that are going to be coming in the coming years.
Thank you, Luke. You're amazing. Thank you.